Yo, what's up? It's me, your girl, Kris Kelli, the queen of Dirty Pop. Make sure y'all check me out. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. It's just at Kris Kelli, KrisKelli. Check out Third World Problem on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play right now. Third World Problem, the queen of Dirty Pop. Big up Big Block, Rick Ross, the Big Belly, Rude Boy, MMG, baby, the thing ton up. Sure. You know, working on this Third World Problem project, it's been a blessing. The concept of it came up about 2 years ago, where, you know, Block and I saw this woman, I think she was a model. She posted like first world problems, and I'm like, yo, I'm from a third world country. That would be dope. It's a dope concept, because my whole mission from, moving from Jamaica, I moved from Jamaica 5 years ago, based in Atlanta now. That's my second home. And the whole purpose was to really kind of infuse what I do, because I used to do reggae and dancehall from years before that. And the whole point was to infuse what I do with also different, sounds of music that I love and that I grew up on. Hip hop, R&B, love it. I love, I'm an oldest girl. I love stylistics, delphonics, and of course I love dancehall and reggae. So, I wanted to create something that people could get into my world. You understand? Since I'm up here, give them a little taste here and there. When you hear a song, it kind of like, who sings that? Because it's different. It's a breath of fresh air. So the concept came up about 2 years ago. We've been working, branding it, where we've been hashtagging it. Everything we do, I'm like, Third World Problem, because culturally in Jamaica, we're super rich in culture. When it comes to food, the people, the beaches, the music, everything is just high in culture. So I wanted to bring that over here. So in studio, it's been kind of crazy, because I work with my producer and songwriter, vocal producer, engineer, J-Rel, big up to J-Rel. And we've been coming up with so many hits after hits that honestly, this Third World Problem project started off as, just a kind of mini EP, and it ended up kind of EP album-ish, because there were so many records that I had. I have over like 300 records for the project. I can't put all of my favorites on it, you understand? So at the end of the day, I had to pick like 7 to 8 solid records that I felt like people would really get into and love. So and being in the studio is crazy, because we do butt heads a bit, because some people don't understand where I'm from, and I'm trying to do it where it doesn't scare anybody. Like, I don't want to be in your face doing the dancehall reggae thing, but I do want to put everything together and mix it up together. And that's why we created my own genre called Dirty Pop, and that's why I'm the queen of Dirty Pop, because I created it. So when you used to ask me back in the day about a standout record or wanting to do something with an artist, Rick Ross, I would have said his name, but I thought he was probably too big. That would never happen. So nah, so it's just the opportunity came up where Block, my manager, who used to, he signed Ross 20 years ago. He was like, I need Ross on this record. So I kind of just moved on like, yeah, right. How we gonna get Ross on the record? Come on, Block. Everything came together where that project took a lot to work on, because I wanted it to be just right, just for Ross. I'm like, if this is my one opportunity for Ross to hear me really as an artist and be on my record and impress him, I gotta go hard. So my producer and I sat down, we wrote the record. It took a couple times to write it, rewrite it, tweak it, do this and that before you even heard it. When I woke up the next morning, Block texted me or called me and said, hey, you check your email? So I was like, no, what's up? He's like, check your email, and I hung up. Anytime Block calls and says, check your email, I know it's something big. I'm like, what? When I pressed play and I heard his voice, I didn't know what to say. I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. And normally I don't get, I'm very cool and calm and collected. If you know me, it takes a lot for me to be moved. But when I heard that, I was like, this is a dream come true. It was crazy, because I know people in Jamaica would have been proud of me, because they love Ross in Jamaica and the whole Caribbean. So I was just proud of myself because of all the hard work we've been putting in. I moved from Jamaica with nothing. And for me to be able to have a record with Ross, that's huge. That's really a blessing. So that one is the most memorable one. I'm very excited. We shot a teaser for it already, and you can see it on my YouTube channel, Kris Kelli TV. But the big video, we ain't shot that yet, and that's what I'm excited about, because we want to do it. I know Ross says he want to do it in Jamaica and Miami, so that would be good, because it would be a big homecoming for me, because I haven't been back home since I left. I have songs on my EP. When you listen to it, I believe it puts you there. It puts you in that mode of, I have different songs like Bad Gal No Cry. It puts you in downtown Kingston, where life is much rougher there. And you can see the kids running up and down selling mangoes on the street just to pay for their school fee. So when you listen to the EP, you can definitely get in that zone of what I'm talking about, why I call it a third world problem. But I mean, Jamaica is nice. It's beautiful. I'm from Kingston, the city where people think is enough shotters and killers, where they are, of course. But there are different parts of Jamaica. You can go to my favorite parts are like, I'm a water baby. So like Negril is the best place you can go if you just want to chill on a long 7-mile white sand beach, warm ocean, and just chill. And culturally, it's very rich there because a lot of tourists go there. So a lot of Rastas there kind of help out the tourists, you know. If you want to smoke, you smoke. If you want, you know, you feel free to do what you want to do when you're there. So I always tell people, go to Negril. And some people tell me, I don't want to go there. I want to go to the hood. And I'm like, if you go to the hood, you better bring a Jamaican with you. Don't just walk up in the hood with chains and they see that you're not from there. Because nobody from Jamaica would walk up in there with no chains or anything like that. So you got to be, I always tell people, make sure you're there with a Jamaican. Because they will show you the ropes around, you know, certain areas where you got to go. Because certain areas you don't want to just walk up in. You don't want to walk up in certain areas. You know, politically, it's a JLP, PNP country. So half of this ghetto is color orange, half is green. You don't walk up in this area with green if you're in an orange district and vice versa. So you got to know what you're doing and where you're going. It's just politics, but it's not to scare anybody, but it's very rich in culture. That's why I can't wait to bring my whole crew, Blocky and T, down to Jamaica, because nobody has been. Nobody a part of my team has been. So they use me as what I tell them everything about it. So that's all they know is from what I tell them, but they need to see it and feel it for themselves. I know I bring something different to the table with it, but every day I'm still learning, I'm still growing, I'm still developing and finalizing my sound of what dirty pop is. So even though I was telling people, okay, what's dirty pop? Dirty pop means we say dirty, we don't say the word dirty. You understand? So for me to create a genre, I wanted to create something that was unique to my culture. So I said dirty pop, because really every time I used to do an interview, people used to ask me, what is it you sing? You sound so good. You're unique. What is it? Is that reggae? Is that? But I could never really say what it was, because it wasn't just reggae. It wasn't just hip hop. It's not R&B. It's not dancehall. So my producer and I sat down and said, we need to come up with a genre just to say what I am. So instead of explaining to people, I do a little bit of this, I do a little bit of that, I'm the queen of dirty pop. So much easier. I think every day I'm learning and growing. I'm still trying to fine tune that sound of what dirty pop is. I have a single called Murder Them, which I always say that is what dirty pop is. And that's on the EP. And when I perform it, the energy is crazy. People love that record. So that, if you want to know what dirty pop is, make sure you go to iTunes and check out Murder Them, featuring Louis Rankin. I don't know if y'all know Louis Rankin, aka Teddy Bruckshot, aka Ox. He was in Belly. He was the bad guy in Shotters, you know, so he endorsed it as well. So y'all check that out.
For a year, it took me a long time to like want to make music again. It just fucking took everything from me, but it also taught me to reach deeper. And so that fuck this shit moment became, this is why it's all worth it.
So yo, she pulled my man's pants down, started getting him head in the back of the fucking club in the VIP session, no lie, on everything. We like, yo.
Like you can see by the stuff that they're doing, they just play a big part in my decisions as being an artist. Because they tell stories and I got a story to tell. They just motivate me and let me know like, I can do it.
When it comes to being faithful, I think that's when you take a vow of like marriage, that's when it becomes like really serious. But relationships before that, I feel like that's practice. And if you're really serious about that relationship, then you'll be faithful.